Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jahmal Kennedy.
And I'm Khadijah Torbert. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics. If you kept up with social media over the weekend, you may have seen a little something about the women's basketball team. To say it's been an exciting past few days in the Sun Belt Conference Championships may be an understatement when it comes to the Trojans. Now, first the Trojans took down South Alabama on last Wednesday, then it was Arkansas State on last Friday. And on Saturday night, the Trojans went for it all against Little Rock and fought their way to their first Sun Belt Conference Championship. Let's take a look at the action and reoccurring theme in this championship game that head coach Chanda Rigby says led her Trojans to victory.
It goes back to faith because just as everything seemed to go right for us last night, it seemed like nothing was going right for us tonight. We couldn't find an offense to run that we could get just consistently get buckets.
By the end of the first half, the Trojans found themselves sitting at a 33-30 lead. And by the end of the third quarter, trailed Little Rock 49-47. But that score, along with a little bit of faith, was all the Trojans needed.
The faith, because we kept saying, just stay close, keep it close, keep it close. And of course, at the end, what happened, it was nothing that the coaches called or anything like that.
And as for what happened, big-time players made big-time plays.
I just knew that this was the time for me to take the shot.
ABK, pull up!
ABK's shot gave the Trojans a 61-60 lead in Little Rock, 20 seconds on the clock. And with the clock winding down, victory was in reach.
Call a timeout. Townsend sets it up. Collins. Now Townsend. Ramirez with the block. And the Troy Trojans have won the Sun Belt Women's Basketball Championship.
And every girl that's on the team, we all have a story. And I feel like during that celebration, we felt all the stories that we've shared with each other. And we just love each other, and we believed in each other to pull out the game.
The Trojans announced their first opponent in the NCAA tournament occurred on Monday night.
The Trojan women's basketball team now knows who they will face in the NCAA tournament this week. The Sun Belt Conference champs learned their fate at a selection show watch party in Trojan Arena Monday night. Ryan Renfro has the details.
It's only been a few days now since the Troy women's basketball team won its first Sun Belt Conference championship. And in Monday night's selection show, that championship excitement filled Trojan Arena and had the Trojans on the edge of their seats. But that didn't last long.
We're thrilled to be here in Trojan Arena. It's such a great event, NCAA viewing party. We had a great crowd here tonight. So many excited Trojans. So many people are proud of us.
It's phenomenal. There's no words that can describe how I feel or anything like that. It's so unrealistic. I can't believe this has actually happened to me and to, Troy University. So it's amazing to see that our name's across the big screen.
As for one Trojan, waiting for Troy's name to be called was not an easy task.
It's like every time somebody else's name was on there, my heart just dropped. I was like, come on now, quit playing. Just call our name. And then when it happened, I just felt like the game-winning shot again. It's just, I'm happy for our team that we get to experience this together, and we're ready for the road trip.
Trojan Arena erupted as the Troy women's basketball team awaited the announcement of the 2016 NCAA tournament. The Trojans will now focus in on the next game this Friday at 4 p.m. against Oregon State.
The coaches there have built that program, much like what I've been trying to do here. I have a lot of respect for them, but don't know enough about their game plan. I'm about to leave here now and start working on the game plan.
And the 15-seed Trojans will have another chance to make history on Friday against 2-seed Oregon State. So far in the tournament, no 2-seed has ever beaten a 15-seed. But Coach Rigby says her team is more than ready for the challenge.
We're very adept and we're very experienced in swimming upstream, and we're very adept at being the underdog. So this is all we know. So of course we're in this situation again, so sit back and watch us fight.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.
The Trojans will face the Beavers Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. The game can be seen on ESPN2.
The Trojan baseball was in action over the weekend right here in Troy against the number 16 ranked Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. The Trojans lost the first game of the series on Friday, won on Saturday, and looked to cap off the series with a win on Sunday. That win, however, would be a tough one to come by as the Trojans fell by a final score of 8-3. Troy got off to a 2-0 lead in the first inning, but Lafayette took 5-2 lead in the fourth and didn't look back, adding 1 run in the eighth, 2 runs in the ninth. The Trojans ended the day with 4 hits total, with 3 of those 4 coming in the first inning. With Sunday's loss, the Trojans now stand at an overall 10-8 record.
Staying out on the diamond, the Troy softball team took the field on its home turf on Sunday, searching for its 18th win of the season against Georgia State. The Trojans fell to the Panthers by a final score of 6-2. Troy got off to a good start, taking a 2-0 lead through 3 innings. That lead, however, was put to the test in the 5th inning as the Panthers didn't just get on the board, they scored 5 runs to take a 5-2 lead. Georgia State finished the day with 7 hits to Troy's 5. The loss is Troy's 7th of the season.
Although the softball team had some trouble on the road this past weekend against Georgia State, the team didn't let those mishaps prevent them from returning home and handling business Wednesday night against FAMU. I have all the action from the diamond. The Troy softball team took on FAMU Wednesday night at the softball complex in a big victory final score of 11-2. Putting last weekend's losses behind them, the Trojans got off to a good start in the bottom of the first when bases were loaded and 4 runs were made, all due to FAMU's catcher having passed balls.
And I think the girls kind of, made a lot of adjustments at practice and kind of, got the monkey off their bat and swung the bats really well today. I thought they swung at really good pitches and took balls, and I was proud of them. We had quality at bats 1 through 9. The quality at bats continued for the Trojans in the bottom of the third. Bases were stolen and 2 scored off the bat of Carly Kaler, increasing the score of the night. Troy 7, FAMU 1. Head coach Beth Mullen says it's great to have action plays back to back. Yeah, it's huge. Like I said, we try to have quality at bats back to back to back, and when you do that, you're going to score runs. And I think we run the bases really well. I think Coach Hupp has done a really good job with our base runners, so we're extremely aggressive. And I think again, when we're swinging the bats well, we can score a lot of runs at one time, and it's always fun. So it's fun to coach. The runs for a game generally make the ball game what it is, but Coach Mullen says for her pitcher freshman Peyton Glover, her skills Wednesday night definitely made the game action-packed, which led to the 11-2 victory. She's done a great job. I mean, over the last couple of weeks, she's gotten better and better and better, and she hadn't gotten a ton of starts, so I thought today was a good day for her to get out there and get a good start, a quality start, and she did. I mean, she kept us in the ball game, and then our offense kind of took over, and she just, put a bunch of zeros up, and that's all you can ask. Khadijah, Torbert, Trojan Sports Now. The final 4 runs came in the 4th inning. Becca Hartley and Jordan Gray capitalized on the 2 Rattler errors to get the first 2 runs of the inning. And the final run of the game came on a wild pitch that pushed Kate Benton across the plate.
Before we left for spring break, the Trojan track and field team was down in Mobile competing in their outdoor season opener. The Trojans had everything but spring break on their minds as they won 10 events. The men's track and field team won 7 events and the women 3 events. As the Trojans finished first in both the men and women's 100-meter dash, freshman Akeem Montgomery finished with a time of 10.74 seconds for the men and freshman Gabrielle Henderson in 12.46 seconds for the women. Freshmen seemed to be the highlight as the trio of Tyson Robinson, John Webb, and Cortland White finished first in the 1,500-meter run. Newcomers Chandler Worthy and Helga Volge were in action as well. Worthy, the former Trojan football player, helped the men finish first in the 4x400-meter relay team, and Volge, an Eastern Michigan transfer, took second place in the hammer throw.
The men's golf team had a pretty impressive spring break. The Trojans took down the number 5 ranked Auburn Tigers at the Tiger Invitational and went from being ranked number 67 nationally to being ranked number 51st. The Trojans look to keep the success going over the weekend down in Tallahassee, Florida at the Seminole Intercollegiate. The Trojans were in first place late in the tournament, but in the final round shot 13 over, slipping from first place and finishing in 6th. The Trojans will take a break and will return to action on April 3rd at the Hootie at the Bulls Bay in South Carolina.
The women's golf team played 36 holes of golf on Saturday in the 3M Augusta Invitational and finished 9th in a field that included 11 teams ranked in the top 100. Fatima Fernandez-Cano led the way for the Trojans with a 15th place finish after shooting 4 over 220. Bianca Lobauer and Gabby Oubre tied for 40th place on the day, and junior Becca Horner finished in the tie for 56th place overall. The Trojans will return to play on March 28th at the Hensler Financial Intercollegiate, hosted by Kennesaw State.
The Troy men's tennis team took down Florida Gulf Coast on Friday, and UNC Wilmington on Saturday in the South Florida Spring Break Tournament and look to grab the Bulls by the horns and keep its 6-match winning streak alive on Sunday against number 16 South Florida. The Bulls took a 2-0 lead in number 4 singles. The Trojans got right back into the game with a win from sophomore Andy Lau. Troy's Daniel Bustamante fell to South Florida's Robert Kidd in the singles competition, the number 4 ranked player in the country. The Trojans fell to the Bulls by a final score of 4-1.
The Troy men's tennis team seemingly can't lose now. The Trojans have won 11 of their last 13 matches, and that includes their matchup down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on Tuesday. Troy defeated Eastern Kentucky 4-1 and Southern Illinois 4-3, ending Southern Illinois' 8-game winning streak. It was even all the way down to the final singles match before Troy's Giovanni Samaha stormed back in this match to win 2-6, 6-4, 6-2. Andy Lau, Hassan Indaishme, and Giovanni Samaha won their singles matches in both competitions. Callum McKinley and Flip Manson were the other Trojans to pick up wins on the day.
While we've all been trying to get back adjusted to school after spring break, Tuesday, Rawia OCC and her club were down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida for a neutral court matchup with Eastern Kentucky. The women's tennis team was able to take a win with an ease. They won a final line of 4-1. The Trojans opened up with a pair of 6-1 wins in doubles actions to take the point. In singles, Euphralia Herlina got things started with a 6-1, 6-2 win, followed by Nancy Karkis' 4th straight singles match win. Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan women's basketball team's countdown to play Oregon State in the NCAA tournament.
But first, Ron Renfro sits down with the girl who had the game-winning block that gave the Trojans the title of Sun Belt champs. Forward Kayla Ramirez. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.